Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai. Hare Krishna, thank you very much for coming to Śrīla Prabhupāda's wonderful temple. Śrīla Prabhupada is a great devotee of the Lord who came to America with nothing, no money, but lots of Krishna prema. And he sat down with us young people in the park, on the sidewalks of America, Canada, and gave us pure devotional service, how to love Krishna, how to love the holy name of the Lord. Kali Kalera Dharma Rupa Krishna Avatar Namaho Hati Hoy Sarva Jagat Nishtar. That this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, this is the Yuga Dharma, Kali Yuga Dharma. And this is the Yagya of the age. So, Kirtanad Eva Krishnasya Mukta Yang Sangha Param Vijat. But it's by chanting this Nam Kirtan. No need to do Fariyagya, great austerities. Kritayat Dhyayato Vishnu. In other yugas, they did meditation for so many years. Tretayam, Yajana Makai, so many yagyas were done in Treta Yuga. But in Kali Yuga, this Maha Mantra, this chanting of the names of God, Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sharva Shakti. So much Shakti is there in the chanting of these holy names, and will bring us back to the Goloka Vrindavan, where we can associate with Lord Krishna, dance with Krishna, hear his flute, and transcend this material world of birth and death. Jara marana mokshaya mama shritya yatantite. Te brahma tad vidu Krishna adhyatma karma chakilam. Krishna says, become free from jara and marana, old age and death. Mama shritya yatantiye. Take shelter of the Supreme Lord, who is situated within our hearts and the hearts of all living beings. So Krishna promises, if we take shelter of this simple process of chanting in Bhakti Yoga, at the time of death, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam, tyajate ante kalevram. At the time of death, if we can remember the holy name of the Lord, then we can go to Krishna. So, I'll read one verse from Bhagavad Gita and go from there. Devotional Service, Chapter 12, text number 2. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Vesho Manoye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shradaya Parayo Petas Teme Yuktatamo Mataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their mind on my personal form and are always engaged in worshiping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be the most perfect. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshiping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be the most perfect. Purport by Śrīla Prabhupāda. In answer to Arjuna's question, Krishna clearly says that he who concentrates his mind upon his personal form and who worships him with faith and devotion is to be considered most perfect in yoga. For one in such Krishna consciousness, there are no material activities because everything is done for Krishna. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he met a great scholar called Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was one of the greatest scholars of the time, 500 years ago. And Bhattacharya was actually a impersonalist, Advaitavad. But then Gauranga Mahaprabhu revealed to him that he is God himself. Krishna Varnam Trisha Krishna Sangopangas Chaparshadam Yagyai Sankirtane Prayir Yajanti Hi Shumedasha. This is Veda Vyasa's statement in the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Everyone should have a set of Bhagavatam. Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of all Vedic literatures, all the Vedas, Sama, Yajur, Atharva, all the Puranas, Upanishads, so much Vedic literature written by Veda Vyas. But this Srimad Bhagavatam should be acquired. This is the fruit of all the Vedic literatures. Why? Because it focuses on pure devotion to Lord Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Arjuna tells Krishna, when he saw Krishna's universal form, Krishna revealed himself. He said, Param Brahm, Param Dham, Pavitram, Paramam Bhivam, Purusham, Shashvatam, Divyam, Adi Devam, Ajam Vibhum. So Krishna is Param Brahm and Param Dham. He's the greatest supreme shelter. He's a supreme Brahman, supreme spirit. Pavitram, the supreme purifier. Purusham Shashvatam, he is the supreme person. And Shashvatam, supreme purifier. And Adidevam, so many demigods are there. Vayu, Agni, Shiva, Durga. But Krishna says, Aham Adirhi Devanam, right? Name Vidu Suraganam Prabhavama Maharishaya. Aham Adirhi Devanam, Maharshinam Chasarvashaya. He tells Arjuna that none of these gods, none of them know me perfectly. Actually, even Krishna doesn't know himself perfectly. He's always expanding. But although he looks like a little cowherd boy who appeared in Vrindavan 5,000 years ago, he appeared at Kuruksetra 5,000 years ago, Mahabharat, and Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glani Bhavati to destroy the materialistic demonic kings, Kauravas, so many demonic kings, Bhaumasura, Jarasandha. He comes to reestablish religious principles, protect his devotees, paritranaya sadhanam vinashaya chaduskritam, and vanquish the demoniac. Two kinds of people in this world. Krishna says in the 16th chapter, the Sura, saintly people, Devas, people who are anxious to serve Krishna, and the Asura, materialistic people. They don't care about God. Asatyam apratishtam te jagadahura nishvaram. They say, material world is temporary. There's no apratishta, there's no one controlling the universe. No one is keeping the sun in its orbit. No one's keeping the moon in its orbit. No one's keeping the earth planet. All these planets just by chance. Who cares? Apratishtam jagadahura nishvaram. There's no controller within our universe. So that's demoniac personalities. So today, in our society, in our planet, we're overrun by godless civilization. People simply are running after Aishvarya and Bhoga. Material opulence and sense pleasure. Like Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad's father. He hated Vishnu. Tried to kill his own son, who was a devotee of the Lord, disciple of Narada Muni. So devotees of the Lord, they are all over the world. And they're always remembering the Lord. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru. So Krishna is saying, think of me, worship me, offer your obeisances to me. They're interested in knowing what is the absolute truth. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Now that you have this human form of life, what did Prahlad Maharaj tell his friends, demonic friends? He said, Komaram Acharo Pragyo Dharmam Bhagavatanihan Durlabha Manushijam Janma. That this human form of life is very rare. How many species do we have? According to Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, 84 lakhs, right? Of species. All those species, Purusho Prakriti Stohi, Bhunkte Prakriti Sadgunan, Karanam Guna Sangosya, Sadasa Joni Janmushu. You're taking birth in different rooms, Joni, different eggs, different things. But you get this human form of life. It's very, very important to take up this devotion to Krishna Bhakti Yoga. Sanatana Goswami, Lord Chaitanya was instructing him. Krishnadas Kaviraj, he writes Chaitanya Charitamrita, the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Krishna, right? Performing Sankirtan Yagya and predicting Pritivite Achayata Nagaradigram Sarvachapachara Hoibe Moranam. That in this age of Kali, there's one bright hope. That Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is God himself, his name will be spread throughout the world in every town and village. And Śrīla Prabhupāda, he is fulfilling that prediction. Every town you go to, I was just in Russia, Uzbekistan, Muslim country, people are chanting Hare Krishna. All over the world, people are chanting it. In Russia, so many Russian people are becoming devotees. Africa, many African people becoming devotees of Krishna. Why? Because Dharma projita kaitravotra paramoni matsaranam satam. Vedyam vasadam atu trivanam astu shivadam tapan trayan mulanam. That the Srimad Bhagavatam rejects all materialistic philosophies, all materialistic religions. The Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us that we are eternal souls trapped in this material body. And we are born in illusion, overcome by the dualities of desire and hate. Icha dvesha samutena dvandva mohena bharata. Sarva bhuteshu samoham. Most of us are bewildered by this Maya, Lord Shiva's wife. She's very expert in keeping us in illusion. I am this, I am that. I am Canadian, Indian, Muslim, Hindu, Christian. These are all upadis, misconceptions of life. So Sanatana Goswami, he met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, actually, one man was met by a great astrologer. And the astrologer told him, why are you so poverty-stricken? Don't you know your father has left a treasure on one side of your house? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was given this analogy. He said, if you look on the south side of the house, you'll be bitten by hornets and bugs. Bees will bite you, hornets will bite you. This is compared to karma kanda. The people, they use the Vedas to get some material benefits. Worship gods, worship this god, that god, for different material benefits. That's not the purpose of human life. Krishna says, Antavantu palam tesham tadbhavati alpamirisham. If you're worshipping demigods, alpamirisham, your intelligence is contaminated. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatan, if you look on the west side, you'll be attacked by a ghost. So this ghost means that in the Vedas, they teach that Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya, that this material world is false, your material desires are false, but you simply have to become God by merging into the Brahma Jyoti. It's a ghostly idea. It's called Falgu Vairagya. They teach, the Gyanis, the Advaitis, Sankaracharyites, They simply reject everything. Reject house, reject wife, reject family, reject. Neti, neti, not this, not that. But Rupa Goswami says, Prapanchikataya Buddha, Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. Prapanchikataya Buddha, Hari Sambandhi Vashtana, Mumukshvik Pradityago, Falgu Varagam Uchite. This is called Falgu Varagya, trying to reject everything. No. Krishna says, Anasaktasya Vishyanyatarham Upayunjataha, Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. That you use everything in Krishna's service, but simply see that it all belongs to Krishna. Yomam Pasyati Sarvasya Sarvam Chamai Pasyati. Your car, your house, your children, your family, your bank balance, it all belongs to who? Lord Krishna. Sarvam Chamai Pasyati. In this way, na chame na pranashyati, you will never be lost. You will be found. You will always be rightly situated. So, this ghostly Advaitism, impersonal philosophy, is incomplete because we're eternal servants of Krishna and everything we can use in the service of Krishna. Rupa Goswami says, Iha yasya harir dasye karmana manasagira nikidasvapu avastasu jivan mukta suyuchite. You can live in this world and do everything for the Lord, see everything in relationship to the Lord. Understand that the Lord is the supreme proprietor. He's your master, He's your friend, He's your protector. Rupa Goswami says, you have to recognize the Lord in this way, you have to expect His mercy, you have to depend on Him, and you have to feel yourself meek and humble. These are different items of surrender to Krishna. So we are not being attacked by the ghost on the west side of the house. And on the north side of the house, a great big snake will come, a python will eat you. This is people who, they do yoga, mystic yoga, but they're sakamis, they have material desires. They want this city, that city, mukti, bhukti, city kami. So people are into yoga and all this, but that is not the purpose of life. The purpose of life, how to love God. Prema Bhakti, how to develop our love for God through practicing this simple process. Prahlad Maharaj told his father said, what's the best thing you learned in school? Prahlad said, oh, they're teaching me politics, how to manipulate people, how to maneuver friends and enemies. But Prahlad said, what I really learned is Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam Bandhanam, Dasyam Sakyam Atmani Vedanam. 9 processes of devotional service, beginning with hearing and chanting purely the glories of Krishna, the glories of the Lord. Tavakatam Ritam Tapta Jivanam, Kavibir Iditam, Smara Snapanam, Shravanam Mangalam Srimad Atatam. The gopis, they were glorifying Krishna. Krishna was hiding from them in the forest. They said, oh my Lord, Tabakatam Ritam, that your glories, Tapta Jivanam, is the life and soul of all of those who are trying to get out of this cycle of birth and death. Kavitam Iditam, this glories of the Lord, Srimad Bhagavatam, is given by the great Kavis, the great sages and saints of India. They're giving us the glories, the Nam, the name, the Rupa, the Leela, and the Guna. All these 4 things are given by the great sages, the great rishis, the great devotees of the Lord. Shravana Mangalam, those who like to hear the glories of the Lord, their lives become auspicious. Srimad Atatam, it means that these glories, the sound vibration of Krishna's qualities, form, name, pastimes, are powerful and they destroy all the unwanted things within your heart. Anartha nivritti syat, that all the unwanted things, kam, krodh, lobh, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are the 6 robbers of your bhakti. The 6 they call Bhaktivinoda Thakur, highway robbers. They rob you of your devotional service. Lust, greed, anger, envy, illusion, and madness. What is madness? I think I'm this body. I think I'm great. Asomaya hata shatrur hanishe chaparamapi ishvaraham maham bogi siroham balavan sukhi. Hiranyakasipu was thinking, I have so many enemies. Vishnu is my enemy. Maya hata shatru. Shatra, he's my enemy. And I will kill him. I'll kill Vishnu. Who is more powerful than me? No one. This is how materialistic people are thinking. We have rockets, we have the atom bomb, we have all this technology. Who needs God? Throw God out. That is the mentality of our modern men, modern scientists, atheistic scientists. Some of them believe in God, most of them are atheistic. Ishvaraham maham bogi. I am controlling the world. I'm the controller. I'm the enjoyer. Aham bogi. Siddhoham. I'm perfect. We're all perfect. We Americans, we're perfect. Because you have some economic development, some technology now. Oh, we're so perfect. And you're suffering like anything. Prahlad Maharaj said, my dear father, your only enemy is your own mind. Your mind is otherwise you have no enemies. Your mind is out of control. Chanchala hi mana Krishna pramati balavadrinam. Tasyaham nigraham manye vair eva suduskaram. The mind is chanchal. It wants to enjoy this world. And it's restless here and there, going and coming, very restless. Pramati balavadridam is very stubborn. No, I don't want to chant Hare Krishna. No, I'll do it tomorrow maybe. Balavad, the mind is very strong. Very strong. For millions of lifetimes, we've been controlled by this mind. We've eaten all kinds of junk. We've had dog bodies, hog bodies, all kinds of bodies. We've gone Brahmanda Brahmite Konya Bhagyavan Jeev, Guru Krishna. We've gone through this whole Brahmanda, this whole universe with different species of life. Shariram yad vapnoti yatschapyut karmatishvaraha grihit vaitani samyati vairganda navashaya. The soul is traveling, and whatever he's experiencing by Rajagun and Tamagun, just like the wind blowing over a garden smells nice, and it blows over the garbage area, it smells like garbage. So like this, we're demigods, we're in the lower planets, Patala, Asala, all these planets, human birth, dog birth. So Prahlad Maharaj is telling his father that your only enemy is your mind. Vair Eva is like the wind, very powerful, and it can take us away from our surrender to Lord Krishna. So people are manipulated by their minds and senses. That's all the modern society is. Simply want to enjoy. Sense gratification, more material possessions. But when Prahlad Maharaj was going through the forest, he met an Avaduta who was sitting in the forest. And he said that Shikshito me madhu vratat. I learned from the bumblebee that the bumblebee makes so much honey, and then the beekeeper comes and takes all his honey, but he remains detached. Viragya sarvakamebhya shikshito me madhu vratat. Ani hani amanasya. So the devotees of the Lord, sometimes they get something, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're in a palace, sometimes they're in a cave. Aniketa stira matir. They don't care. Whatever Krishna wants, I will accept. So Bali Maharaj, he had a whole kingdom. He ruled all the demigods. He was the ruler of the entire universe. And Lord Vishnu came in the form of Vamandev. He took everything away. So Bali Maharaj is Atmanivedan, he surrendered it. Lord Vamandev, he came, I just need 3 steps of land. And Sukracharya, bogus gurus. So in modern society today, so much bogus gurus come to America from India and they teach, do what you want, take some drugs, no problem, just give me money. Give me some money for my enjoyment. So in this way, Sukracharya was telling Bali, be careful, this is a trick by Vishnu. And Vamanadev, in 2 steps, his toe went through the covering of the universe. And the Ganga, of course, came. And then Vaman said, where should I put my 3rd step? And Bali Maharaj said, put it on my head. Atmani Vedanam, full surrender. He didn't care. He was sent down to Vitala Loka, lower planetary system. And Lord Vishnu became his doorkeeper. So, Bhaktavatsala, you surrender to Krishna, you give your heart to Krishna, he becomes your property. Bhaktavatsala, he becomes the property of his devotees. Queen Kunti said this to Krishna in Dwarka, Hastinapur. She said, Janmaishvara Shrutishrivir Edamana Manapuman Naivarhati Abidatum Vai Twam Akinchana Gocharam. That people are pursuing, they think, I have such a high birth, I'm born in a wealthy family, Aishvarya. I have so much material education, I have PhD, master's degree, all these things. And Shri, I have beautiful body. So Queen Kunti says that these are disqualifications for attracting the attention of Lord Krishna. Twam akinchana gocharam, one who decides all these things are just a waste of time. Whatever Krishna wants, I'm happy with. And that person then Krishna becomes the property of one who is akinchana gocharam. One can address Krishna with affection, and Krishna will reciprocate if we give up these material ambitions. Yavad briyeta jataram tavat svatvam hidehinam adikam yo bimanyeta sustena danhamarti. Yudhisthira Maharaj is being lectured by Narada Muni. And in this verse is an instruction for householders, 15th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto. Instructions for human civilization, grihastas. Yavat briyeta jat, we should accept what we need to keep body and soul together. Tavat svatvam hi dehinam, to keep the body together, just take what you need. If you have more, Prabhupada says you give it. Build a nice temple for Krishna. Build a nice building. Print books about the absolute truth, give it to people. Otherwise, sustena dhanham arati. If you hoard your money, if you happen to have good karma, right? Like Indians, I have a friend, I preached him at IIT. Then he went to Houston, now he's a billionaire. I said, don't forget Krishna. So yeah, Sanatan Dharmis, people of India, they have good brain. So Bill Gates likes to bring them to Microsoft. They become billionaires. So he's very wealthy, became very wealthy. But he built a nice temple in Houston. That's what they do. So, Yavat briyeta jatram tavat svatvam hidenam. Adiko nabhimanyeta. If you think it's your wealth, then Krishna says, Narada Muni says, sustena, you're a thief. You're a thief. You're taking Krishna's property and hoarding it. Put it on stock market, get some more money. And dandham arti means you will be dandam. Dandam means what? Punished. Stick. You'll be beaten by the stick of Maya. She'll come and beat you. You'll suffer anxiety. Therefore, this Avadura, he told Prahlad, Daninam Pasyami Daninam Klesham. Adikam Yobima. He says that I see that the Dani, the wealthy man, is always in anxiety. Who's going to take my money? The government, some thieves, different people. So he said he's always in anxiety. He has all this money, but he's always in anxiety. Pashimam, daninam klesham, lubdanam. He's very greedy. Bhayam alabda nidranam. He can't sleep at night, nidra. He can't fall asleep. He's afraid, Bhaya. How's my money doing? Blah, 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 like this. So the Avadhuta is telling Prahlad how to become detached. Yomam pashati sarvasya sarvam chamai pashati. That you see everything in relationship to Krishna. Krishna is in everything, and everything is in Krishna. That's how devotee sees in his vision, like that. So this is the Bhakti Yoga movement. It's a movement. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, Vairagya Vijja Nija Bhakti Yoga Shiksharksham Eka Purusha Purana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sharira Dari Kripam Buddhir Yastam Aham Prapadye. That in Kali Yuga the Lord Krishna comes in the golden hue. And he has the golden hue of who? Srimati Radharani is golden, the golden goddess, Krishna's Ladini Shakti. But Lord Chaitanya comes in her mood because she's Karunyaya. She's more compassionate than Krishna. Krishna was killing the demons. He killed Ravana in the form of Ramachandra. He killed Hiranyakashipu in the form of Narasingha. He killed Hiranyaksha in the form of Varahadev. He's killing all the demons. But when he comes, the Lord Chaitanya comes in the mood of Radharani. Radha Bhava Dyuti Shuvalita. Dyuti means the glow of Radharani. He comes to taste also the bhava, the love that Radha has for him. He can't really understand, how can someone love me this much? Radharani is like, Ashlishiva Padaratam Panashtumam Madarshana. She's saying that, just one moment of yours not seeing you is like a lifetime. This is love of God. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is tasting it, and he's giving it freely. You simply want to chant this Hare Krishna mantra. Don't worry. Even Ajamil, he was a murderer, a killer, a thief. But at the time of his death, he chanted Narayan. He had no devotion to God. But just by Narayan, the Vishnu Dutas came. They stopped the Yamadutas and took him, eventually, Ajamil, after one lifetime, from Hardwar Rishikesh. He got on the Vaikuntha airplane and was taken back to Godhead. What to speak of one who's dedicating his whole life to Krishna? Give your one lifetime to Krishna. Chant the holy names as much as you can, 24/7, right? Satatam kirtayantam amitantasmam judarataha. Namasyantastamam nitya. This is all Krishna is asking. He's given this easy process. Simply chant Hare Krishna and give it to others. Yare deke tarekaha Krishna upadesh. Amar Gyana Guru Hana. You become a guru, become a teacher. Wherever you go, you're in the office, you're in the factory, you're in your company. Keep some Prabhupada literature. Prabhupada told me when I was in Los Angeles, he said, whoever touches my books, their lives will become perfect. He said these books are empowered by Krishna. They're coming from Krishna. Krishna is dictating to me what to write. Thousands of purports. He's empowered by the Lord. Kali Kalir Dharm Harinam Sankirtan Krishna Shakti. That just like Narottam Das Thakur, Lord Chaitanya entered into his body. And Narottam Das Thakur spread the Krishna conscious movement all over Manipur, Bengal, different places. So the Lord can enter you. He entered Śrīla Prabhupāda and empowered him, Shaktavish. He became empowered to transform people's lives. I've had people buy the Srimad Bhagavatam set, and then they call me a couple years later. This book changed my life. It changed my life. It helped my marriage. My marriage was in shambles. My husband, he was a heavy hunter, the Canadian guy. And she said he stopped hunting, he sold all his guns. You know, Canadians, Americans, they go hunting, you know. Right? Big sport. And he gave up everything. And she said now he's on the 8th canto. So this is the magic, this is the power of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's empowered Śrīla Prabhupāda. Krishna Shakti Vinana He Tara Parvartana. Not ordinary. Not ordinary what Śrīla Prabhupada has accomplished. You go anywhere in the world today, you'll see the Hare Krishnas in the streets, dancing and chanting and distributing Krishna consciousness, isn't it? I meet people, I live in India, and people, I was just in Rome, in Italy, and I saw you guys chanting in the streets. I was in Milan, I saw you guys. I was in England, I saw you guys. I was in New York, I saw you guys. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahavaranyaya. He is in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and he's Mahavaranyaya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Doya Koramore. Doya, he's most compassionate. Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar. He's so merciful. And he sent Prabhupada to the most degraded place. At least we know, you Sanatan Dharmas, you have some principles. You know, you have a nice family life. Your wife is Ratnastri, a jewel of a lady. She's very chaste, very controlled, very devoted to her husband. So much culture in India. Ethics, they have religion, they serve God like this. But in America, Prabhupada said hippie means no principles. No punya at all. So Lord Chaitanya took Prabhupada, the most degraded people, most degraded place. Eating cow flesh of cows, very bad karma. 5th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. Those who eat the cow, our mother, they will go to Maharurava, very horrible place at the time of death. And every day they're having hamburgers, ribs, steak. And sometimes I meet Indians. I was up in Kamloops. I met an Indian doctor. He said, no. Canadian cows, it's okay. Desi cows are sacred. Come on, man. Cow is cow. Like this. So, this is called Chala Dharma. 7th canto describes different kinds of a dharma which are dressed up. A dharma which are dressed up like religion, but they're irreligious. Word jugglery. Oh, no. Canadian cows, it's okay. I can do this, I can do that. It's word jugglery. Sabdabich chala. Sabdabich means word jugglery. So take this Krishna consciousness very seriously. Take shelter of chanting the holy names very seriously. Therefore we have Mangalarti, we have Brahma Muhurta hour. Before people wake up, the ether is clean, and we chant very attentively. We avoid the offenses. This holy name of God is not some demigod worship. It's not for material benefit. It's not some mantra. Oh yeah, it's a mantra. No, this is the names of Krishna. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Puno Shuddho Nityo Mukto Binadvan Nama Namine. The name of God and God is all the same, all powerful. And we know that Krishna is very powerful. Krishna Shakti Vinana Natasya Karyam Karanam Chavidyate Natatsamascha Vyadikascha Trishyate. Sarvasya Shaktir, like Krishna has so much potency. There are millions and millions of universes. We're in one little tiny universe. According to the Brahma Samhita. We're one little tiny universe coming out of the pores of Mahavishnu. Yasyaika Nishpatita Katamata Avalamyam. Jivanti Loma Vilaja. Jivanti Loma Vilaja. From the pores of Vishnu, Mahavishnu, millions of these universes are coming. And we find ourselves in one universe. And in this universe, there's millions of planets with life. Sun god, moon god, all these planets have life. And we find ourselves in the planet called Bharatvarsha. And in that planet, there's a place called Vancouver. And in Vancouver, there's a guy named Mr. Chakravarti. And he's thinking, I'm the center of the universe. This is the problem. Ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. That the living being thinks he's so great, powerful, I'm this, I'm that. Don't you know who I am? I'm very special. Even in Krishna consciousness, people go around, don't you know who I am? I'm a very special devotee. No. Then you can't get the mercy of Radharani and Krishna. Nitai pada kamalam koti chandra shushitala. Echayai jagat jurayai. Heno vina inite bai Radha Krishna poitinoi. If you want the mercy of the holy name, if you want to taste the nectar of the holy name, ruchi, if you want to taste the nectar of the holy name, you have to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Because only by Nityananda's mercy can you get to understand the transcendental pastimes of Radha and Krishna. That is the purpose of our lives. How to enter in and taste the nectar of this holy name, which is not different from the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. It's all contained in these names. So I'll stop there because it's very late. My brother, Jai Govinda Prabhu, has been here for 50 years, keeping it going. Very nice. I am very grateful to all of you for serving Śrīla Prabhupāda here in Vancouver. It's a very great and important mission. It is pure. It's a pure mission. It's very authentic. And there is no material. People don't come here for material benefit. They come here for loving the holy name, Bhakti Yoga, pure Bhakti Yoga. And we ask you to try in your own capacity to give it to others. Wherever you go, tell people about Krishna. Take some little books, Prabhupada's writings, give to someone. You never know. People's lives change. And it's Bhadra Purnima. So we ask you, if you don't have the Srimad Bhagavatam set, please put the Bhagavatam set in your house. It's the incarnation of God. It is the book Bhagavatam. So please, if you don't have a Bhagavatam set, this is the time. Bhadra Purnim is very important. And in this period, one who gets a Bhagavatam in their home, they're blessed so much. It's in the Srimad Bhagavatam explains that one who gets this or gifts it to someone, they are guaranteed going back to the spiritual world. So kindly do it. Make a small sacrifice and take the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's just a few cups of coffee. That's all it is. Just keep your little money there and get the Bhagavatam. Thank you very much.